We stopped at step 16. The video for step 16 is posted on the YouTube page. You have the YouTube channel address. You have the YouTube channel address in the description of the class. Everyone needs to be on MIT App Inventor and PLTW with lesson 113 open. MIT App Inventor on one side. MIT App Inventor on one side. And so we're going to start with Boolean statements. Boolean statements are on your vocabulary. Boolean statements are zeros and ones. They're trues and falses. Trues and falses. I need to see some computers where they're supposed to be. Not on CSE. I need to see some individuals with their heads out of their phones and up on their screen. And for those of you that are napping in class, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to have to do this on your own and not as a group. And for those of you that are talking, no one should be asking me what assignment we're on. Boolean statements are true and false, legit zeros and ones. When you start discussing Boolean coding, and you start coding in zeros and ones, and we start doing Boolean math, it's going to happen. Number 17. Click screen 1 component in the blocks palette. So we're moving over to blocks. So we're moving over to blocks. Leave this where it is. You need this. Without this, 113 is not going to work. Leave that. 113, you have to have that. And for those that don't remember, 113 is where you make a copy of your completed 112, and then we're going on from there.
Okay.
So number 17 again, it says we need to go, we're working in blocks now. Yes? All right, we need to go to number 18 now. Screen 1, initialize event handler into the program. So you go to screen 1. Here's your clue. Screen 1. So we're looking for screen 1 dot initialize right here. It's in screen 1. It's in the screen 1 tab on blocks. It's right here. So you need screen 1 dot initialize. Put that underneath your code for 112 that you already have. Inside your screen 1 initialize, now we're on 19. So when you're inside screen 1 dot initialize, there's a few assignments that we need to set up. So set the happy image dot visible to true. So we need to go to the happy face.
It's right there. about this, KJ? Miss Williams, every time I put it in, it's not popping up.
Okay, so you go into Happy Face. If it's unlocked, you can use it. This one right here, it says set happy face dot visible to, and it's got an open puzzle piece at the end. You'll notice it won't go in there because you still have an X on it. It's an arrow. If you look at the bottom down here, it'll tell you show you where the mistake is. If you click show warnings, it'll show you where the warning is. Right here. So what we want to do is now we have to set it to true. And they're showing you right here in your instructions. They're showing you right here in your instructions. You go to logic. Boolean is a logic. So Boolean is a logic. The true and false is a logic. So we're going to logic. We're going to grab true. Pop that right there. And you'll notice that our warning went away also, that we have something wrong. Then we have to pull another one out, set sad face image dot visible property to false. So you're going to click on the sad face sprite. You're going to come down. And remember, if you just grab one of these sets, even though this says enabled, click on here. We're going to change it to visible. We're going to go to logic. And we're going to grab a false. There we go. So what we just did right here is we programmed so that when somebody's playing the game, they're going to see the happy face, not the sad face, when they start playing the game. So let's go back to blocks. Number 20, test and debug your app. Whenever you see a test and debug your app, this is where you have to use your cell phone. I know you hate using your cell phone. It's where you have to use your cell phone. You open up your MIT App Inventor app that you've downloaded from your Play Store. You come up to Connect, AI Companion. You're going to get a scan code. And with that scan code, you're going to scan that scan code with your MIT App Inventor. If you're not on Wi-Fi, you hit continue without Wi-Fi. It's fine. You scan this. You'll get a rendezvous bar. That means it's talking to each other. And you just have to wait and be patient. And as long as your screen has your happy face on it, and only your happy face, you just coded that correctly. You do that with your MIT App Inventor. You go to pull up the QR code, you go to Connect, and you select AI Companion. Mine's not going to come up because I had mine running. You're going to click your AI Companion, and the barcode comes up. If you don't want to scan the barcode, there's another option in the MIT App Inventor on your cell phone that says type in the code. This is the code. You can click that button, and you can type in this code. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So in 20, when you test and debug your app, you're looking for, does the app show the accelerometer numbers at the bottom? Does the app show the X and Y coordinates at the bottom? Does the happy image move across the screen? And is the happy face visible and the sad face is not? So in number 20, you're checking for those. You should have your PLT, your computer science notebook out. And every time you see this pencil, you should be making notes. You should be making notes other than this. So in your computer science notebook, there is a space, all the pages for you to take notes, and you can draw your app what it's supposed to do. You can take notes on the instructions. You can take notes on the videos. So programming iteration, what's an iteration? What's an iteration? Iteration is repeat. So here's a programming iteration. So it's like copying something. You're gonna iterate it. You're gonna make another set of something. Okay, so now you're gonna be modifying your app again. It's important to do a save as. You don't have to you do a save as project. Always save your app when you're done. Before you sign off, it does not always save automatically. Go to projects. Go to project, save as. If you're just saving to save, just hit save project. I had somebody come up and ask me if it saves automatically because they were working and then they had to close it down and they forgot to save. Not always. There's not a fail safe to make sure that it saves all the time. So you can go to project, save as. Behind happy balance, erase the copy. And type steps 1-20. Click OK. And it's not going to save because why? What do I have in here that is keeping me from saving it? What do I have in here that's keeping me from saving it? It's this thing right here. What is that? In between the 1 and the 20. It's a dash. You cannot have a dash. So you have to put an underscore there. So you have to take that out. Do not put a dash in there. Take that out. Put an underscore in there. Then click OK. So now this one right here is steps 1-20. This is going to sound a little redundant, but you're going to go up and you're going to click projects, save as, and now this one is going to be steps 21 through 38. 21_38. Click OK. And if you look in your menu, when you go to My Projects under Projects, and you look in your menu, you're going to see, okay, so this is steps 1-20. So I know I got to do those. Here's steps 21 through 38. That's what we're currently working on. I'm sorry, put the name how? Oh, yes, save as. So it has to be your last name, first initial, the code you're working on, the name of the code. In this case, it's happy balance. So the first 1-20 that we just finished, you're going to type at the end of it underscore steps 1_20. And that's going to be steps 1-20. And 1-20 is all of 112, the additions on the designer for 113, and when screen 1 is initialized. This right here is the code for steps 1 through 20. All of this right here are steps 1 through 20. Now we're going to start on steps 21. So step 21, we need to click the happy image component to access the happyimage.edge reached. So we need to click our happy face. We're looking for the control block that says dot edge reached. Put that underneath your 1 through 20 code. All right, so you need the when happy face image dot edge reached, or if yours just happens to say happy face, you need this, the dot edged reached block. Chained conditionals and operators. When you're in your PLTW, do these. Answer them. They help you. To get a different sound to play when the happy image hits different edges, you'll see a chained conditional statement. This is a chained conditional statement, the if then else. Inside the controller drawer, the control drawer, find the if then block and add it to the edge reached event handler. So we're going to go to control right here, just like it says in the control drawer. We're going to go right here to control, click that. And what are we looking for? We're looking for the if then. All we need is the if then. If then block. Okay, that's all we're looking for. So the if then block has a mutator button, this blue button with the white cog on it. Click that, and you're going to find that you can add pieces. So let's find out what we need to add. Use the mutator button to add enough else if block statements to handle all 4 edges. So if right here in control, honey, and the built-ins. And then you just put it right inside of here. So for number 24, this is what up to number 24 should look like on your screen in MIT App Inventor. Here's another pencil. In your computer science notebook, conditionals, record information in your temp chart for conditionals. Now your temp chart is your vocabulary. You need to be putting notes in your computer science notebook. Operators. We're going to start on operators now. Does anybody remember what operators are from your vocabulary?
Our Call of Duty characters. Oh my God.
Well, that's what they're called in Call of Duty, but what are they called right here in MIT App Inventor and PLTW? Codes. Operators. Operators are a type of code, okay? Okay? Operators are a type of code. Your goal is to assign the left sound to the happy image hitting the edge, hitting the left edge, and so on for each one. Okay? So if the happy face image reaches the edge, then what do you think is going to happen? What do we want it to do? We got sounds in here. We have sounds in here. What do you think is going to happen? What is a Boolean? What's a Boolean? It's a logic. So we need how many Boolean logics? Where did I get this? What? This green one? It's a logic. It's a math. It's a Boolean. You need that right here. The equals. So what's going to happen when it hits an edge? What edge do you want to start with? It's up to you. I'm going to start with left. Okay, so when... Huh? So you're going to call the left sound to play it. What order are you in down here in your sensors on your sound? Follow that order. Follow that order.
Command Center.
Hey, is there somebody that can come down here to Building 7? I don't know what's going on out in that hall, but I know what's going on in my classroom, and but yeah.
All right, I'll send somebody down.
Thanks.
All right.
All right, so we need to find a handled edges. We need to call a handle edges. Where do we get that? So where are we going to get that handle edges? It's going to be a purple block. Where are we going to get it from? There is absolutely nothing wrong with scrolling through each one of these, familiarizing yourselves, looking to see what might be there. So where do you think we can find the handle edges? It's going to be the same color as the call, so what do you think? What do you think we can do? What do you think we can do? There's going to be a block that you're going to add at the bottom of here to handle your edges. You have to use a blank procedure block. Pull this out. Change procedure to handle edges. Title it handle edges. It's a handle, yes, control. Now if you click back here in procedures, you're going to see a call handle edges. The call handle edges goes right here. These are all steps up to 33. So the end of game procedure is where we're at. So this video concludes steps 20 through 33 and a review of steps 1 through 20.